Hello and welcome back. Today we are looking at the blood. So the components of the blood. So what is it that make up our blood? Before we do that, let's have a look at this do now activity, and it says the first question says identify organs A and B. Number 2, digestive enzymes are made by different organs in the digestive system. Complete the table below, putting a tick or a cross in the boxes. The first row has been done for you. The stomach also makes hydrochloric acid. How does acid help with digestion? So the first question, identify organs A and B. So organ A is the stomach, and organ B is the small intestine. Number 2 now. So organs, salivary gland, stomach, pancreas, small intestine. Amylase is secreted in these regions in the salivary gland, pancreas, small intestine, but not the stomach. Next one now, it says lipase is secreted in the salivary gland, and that's a no. It's secreted in the stomach, that's a no. It's secreted in the pancreas, yes, and the small intestine, yes. Protease, is it secreted in the salivary gland? It's a no. Stomach, yes. Pancreas, yes. Small intestine, yes. Next question. The stomach also makes hydrochloric acid. How does the acid help with digestion? Now, hydrochloric acid creates the ideal environment for protease enzyme to work. Okay, so enzyme or protease enzyme so works best, or you could say, or is most effective in an acidic environment. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm making a mess of that word. You could also say it is most effective in low pH. Okay. Next. What color is blood? Blood, when we see it, it looks red, right? But when they separate it, you find that blood is mostly plasma. It's all of 55% plasma. 1% is white blood cells and platelets, or less than 1% is white blood cells and platelets, and 45% is red blood cells, which is why blood looks red, because you've got so much of it, and it's also a dominant color. Why does blood look red? Well, a 1 cm cube drop of blood contains 5 billion red blood cells, 250 million platelets, and 8 million white blood cells. What is in blood? So this you discuss in pairs, but since it's a video, you watch along, you can pause, have a think, and see if your opinion matches with mine. So what is in blood? What are these? So these right here, as you know, are red blood cells. What do they do? As in previous videos, I've mentioned that red blood cells, their job is to carry oxygen around the body. How are they adapted? Well, you look at the shape. So they are biconcave in shape, so they have a sunken center, and they do not have a nucleus. They're coated with hemoglobin, which the oxygen attaches to. Next one is, what are these? These are white blood cells. What do they do? Their job is to help to protect our bodies. They protect us from microbial infections, etc. Now, this one says copy the boxes and see if you can match them up. So you have red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets, and plasma. Pause the video for a moment and see if you can do them on your own. Okay, right, so let's check these, your matchings together. So red blood cells, their job is to carry oxygen around the body. White blood cells, their job is to kill invading pathogens, example, bacteria. Platelets, what is the job of platelets? Well, their job is for clotting. So if you get a cut, they go to the area, form a barrier to slow down the rate of bleeding, but also they help to protect you from the invasion of microbes like bacteria entering through your body through the wound. And of course, plasma is a liquid which carries blood cells and other substances such as glucose and hormones, etc., around the body. So there you have them. What color is blood? Complete the worksheet using notes on the notes that follows. Well, blood is it looks red because of the percentage of red blood cells, but you do have a higher percentage of plasma. Plasma is a yellow liquid. What is dissolved in it? You have urea in there. You have nutrients such as glucose, amino acids, fatty acids, and glycerol. You have water in there, among other substances, carbon dioxide as well. Red blood cells, remember their job is simply to carry oxygen. White blood cells, their job is to protect you from infections, making antibodies, making antitoxins, engulfing pathogens. And then platelets, their job is to form clots to prevent you from bleeding out and protect you from invasion of microbes. So plasma, a light straw-colored liquid that carries the blood cells and carbon dioxide back to the lungs. Digested food, example glucose and amino acids. Antibodies, hormones. Red blood cells. Red blood cells carry oxygen and carbon dioxide around the body. What substance carries these? Red blood cells contain hemoglobin, which picks up oxygen in the lungs to be delivered to all cells. Red blood cells. These are, or rather, there are more red blood cells than any other cell in your body. The job of red blood cells is to pick up oxygen from the air in your alveoli, inside the lungs, and carry it to cells all over your body. Red blood cells have adaptations which makes them good at their job. They're packed full of a chemical called hemoglobin that joins to oxygen. No nucleus means there is more space. Otherwise, they would say has large surface area. How does hemoglobin work? So from the alveoli, oxygen is picked up. They they combine, so you have oxyhemoglobin forming. Then this oxygen, once you have oxyhemoglobin, the blood goes bright red. When there is no oxygen, it's a purple or deep red color that it forms. Then it carries around the body, carries the oxygen around the body to all of your body cells. White blood cell. White blood cells are much bigger than red blood cells, and there are fewer of them. They have a nucleus and form part of the body's defense system. Different types of white blood cells do different things. Some produce antibodies to kill microorganisms, and these are the lymphocytes, lymphocytes. And then you have the phagocytes, which do the engulfing of pathogens. They engulf and they digest. Platelets, these are small fragments of cells which have no nucleus. Their main job is to clot the blood. The clot dries and hardens to form a scab. This stops bacteria entering the wound. Now, let's do a quick recap of some key points. And for the statements which are false, you need to write the correct version of those. So I'll let you do those on your own. But let's check and see which of these statements are true and which are false. When oxygen joins to hemoglobin within red blood cells, the blood is said to be deoxygenated. The answer is false. When oxygen attaches to hemoglobin, it is oxyhemoglobin. Platelets are small fragments of cells with no nucleus. That is true. Red blood cells do not contain nucleus. This makes space for more hemoglobin, meaning more oxygen can be transported. That is true. White blood cells are needed to form scabs when you have cut or a graze. That is going to be false. Blood plasma carries lots of different substances, including food molecules. That is true. See? So that's a very quick and easy way to check your knowledge. So just revisit the video, watch and see if there's anything you had missed, and also make corrections on the statements which are false. Once again, thank you for watching my video. Thanks for taking the time to watch it to the end. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and stay curious. Thank you and bye-bye.